comes out. I'm known for running my mouth. I will not be accountable for what comes out. I'm known for running my mouth.
Oh, I have no idea. We're back with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video, and couldn't sleep last night, so I decided to put together a new intro for some of my videos, and I ended up making 3, and I have no idea. That's what happens when you don't sleep and you have sleep deprivation, but I don't know what I was thinking. Look at this other one that I made. Yeah, seriously, I have no idea. So, there is a new update and a bunch of new stuff inside of the game, and you can see that right when you log in. Basically, there's now 3 new farmable heroes, which is Kit Fisto, the B2 Battle Droid, which is amazing, Wedge, which is awesome for the Danger Zone, and I made a video about the Danger Zone combo with Wedge and Biggs, and I will put a link at the end of the video. The outro will link to that video. The only problem with that is that mods are so important, I'm going to have to use Cantina energy to farm these heroes that I want rather than the necessary mods, because it seems right now getting the secondary stat for speed is very, 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 very important, especially on Palpatine, and I'm planning on using him as soon as I get him fully unlocked. Let's go over to the forums and take a look at the little more detailed patch notes. There's a bunch of good stuff, and then of course we're going to review the new Scarif Rebel Pathfinder tank, and we're going to go over his stats, and I'll give my thoughts on what I think he could be useful in. All right, let's go over to the forums first. All right, here are the new update notes. The Training Droid Smuggling. This all-new event is replacing the Training Droids Hunt. Tap plays on Bugle. Okay. This event uses scoundrels and rewards training droids way more than the old event, and ability materials in low quantities with a chance at Omega for the level 80 version. There's going to be 4 tiers. The difficulty tuning is similar to Credit Heist, although the level 80 version is a little more difficult than the others. I will definitely make a video when that is fully released. There's the new event for Rogue One Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. Monthly logline character for September will be the all-new unit, the Scarif Rebel Pathfinder from the upcoming Rogue One movies, and we will review him here in a moment. I've got detailed, maxed out stats for him, and he looks pretty good. Looks interesting. Hope he's relevant. In concert with that, there will be an event requiring a Rebel team that players can play once per day to get an additional shard of this character. I'll have to make a video about that too. Completing the event each day for the month, the 30-day event, and completing all the logons will give enough shards to get the character to 3 stars. There's a new updated credit heist. The heist event is rebalanced and has 2 additional tiers at level 30 and 80. In addition, rewards have gone up across the board. Now, there's some new things to that. We're going to go over that also. Max plays in credit heist and droid smuggling are now shared across all tiers. This means you can play a total of 2 times across all tiers, and we'll go over that. Assault battles, military might, they're going to rework this event all the way across the board, and they're going to say that it's very hard. Not everybody's going to be able to beat it, and it looks actually kind of scary because Palpatine's going to be able to one-shot. He's not going to do his area of effects stun, but he can just one-shot kill people, which is crazy. So tier 1 now unlocks at level 75, was 78, but is still tuned for level 78 and 80. Wow. Both tiers are balanced to accommodate mods. You'll need approximately 1-star mods at level 15 for tier 1, and the 4 and 5-star mods with some degree of levels for tier 2. So this is going to be very hard. Free plays changed to 1. Rewards increase to compensate. Refreshes are now a sliding scale, starting somewhat cheap and escalating. The sub-boss Vader damage increased by 200%. Potency increased to 100 and 150 in Tier 1 and Tier 2. The Vader fight now mirrors Palpatine in function to help teach the boss fight mechanic. Boss Palpatine damage increased by 10 times. No amount of mods will help you survive the Murder Lightning. Murder Lightning, wow. Removed the new auto deal damage to rebels from Palpatine in this event. Turns out 10 times damage automatically at the end of his turn would instantly reduce almost anyone to 1 hit point. Whoops. Palpatine won't use his buffs or AoE in his boss encounter. It is much harder to evade Palpatine's basic attack in this event now. I'm going to say you're probably going to have to stun him. It's the way that I read this. Looks like Palpatine's just going to one-shot you, and that will be it. This is supposed to be hard. It's not going to be easy. So credit heist and droid smuggling now function off a clock, so you won't be able to do it twice, but it looks like they're going to run it twice this week. Credit heist and droid smuggling events will be live from the update time. I'll make videos about that. The number times a player compete the credits heist has a max of 2, but the rewards have been increased. So it's saying that you should try to complete the highest here available, and you can go and attempt the highest, the hardest one, and it doesn't count as one of those 2 tries. So you want to try the hardest ones first and then work down if you're not able to beat it. Galactic gear packs available in the store. For a limited time, you can get the gear you need and have a chance to get an exclusive raid gear. And I would think that the raid is going to be launched any minute now. Credit bundles available in arena shipments. The B2 Battle Droid, Kit Fisto, and Wedge are added to Cantina, which is awesome. And Trading Droids event is being replaced by this droid smuggling event. Okay, let's go and take a look at this new hero. I'm actually kind of interested, excited about him. He looks good. He looks kind of slow, but he's a tank, but he has very high health. His base health and protection is almost 50,000, so that's up there with Royal Guard, maybe even a little higher. His first attack is called Dig In, deal physical damage to target enemy with a 70% chance to gain offense up for 2 turns. All others gain 15% turn meter. That is cool. Offense up for 2 turns. Take note for that his Do or Die unique ability. Explosive Entry, deal physical damage to enemies with a 70% chance to inflict offense down for 3 turns. Additionally, gain Taunt for 2 turns. Now that Taunt is also a buff, but check that out. He gets to do damage and taunt, where most tanks, it's either a passive ability or like Stormtrooper Han or Chewbacca, you hit the button, all he does is taunt. But on this one here, he actually does splash damage, and he's a rebel. So Wedge, Biggs, Lando, think about how much splash damage there's going to be on this team between Wedge and Lando. That sounds very, very, very interesting. Plus, he's going to be speeding them up, giving offense down so you can stall the attacks. This is really, really interesting. He also has this really crazy mechanic right here, Do or Die. If Scarif Rebel Pathfinder has any buffs when he's defeated, he's revived with 15% max health and a 20% turn meter for each living Rebel ally. Whenever Scarif Rebel Pathfinder is defeated, all other allies gain speed up for 2 turns. This actually just sounds absolutely nuts on a team that includes Wedge, Biggs, Lando, Stormtrooper Han, and the Rebel Pathfinder. Oh, it's giving me chills just thinking about it. Sounds like it's just too good to be true. This sounds absolutely crazy. Raid gear is only 3, 990 purple. Boy, it's going to be a grind to get him maxed out. That is a ton. I think the only one I've seen higher than that might be Chewbacca, which has like over 1,000. Well, let me know what you think. This sounds really cool. I'm glad for the new events. I can't wait to play all this new content. And most importantly, I'm waiting for the new raid, that is supposed to be out by the end of the month. Well, there's only one more day left, so I'll have to make videos about that as soon as it comes out. All right, right here in the middle of the screen, there's a link to all my Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. If you click this link, it actually will take you to the Danger Zone Wedge and Biggs video review that I did. You have to check that out. Wedge seems really, really good, and the combo with him with Biggs just makes him do explosive amounts of damage early on in the battle, which somewhat complements Lando, who ramps up damage towards the end of the battle. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.